Well, what do you say we go up to the little town of Avery? We're still about 5 or 6 miles from it. This is Avery Station, Idaho Panhandle District. There's a sign for it. We could take the highway into Avery, but I think we'll go take the dirt road. There's kind of a cool campground and stuff that you can see from this dirt road. Back across the bridge onto the road again. That's looking downriver. Very nice. And over. This is looking up towards Avery. Probably good fishing off this bridge. They probably frown on that though. Make a left here and head up towards Avery. Well, we're almost to Avery, but there's another beautiful stop. I just had to stop and take some pictures of it. There's another one of those little creeks running into the river. Another beauty. I'm not sure you could even build one any nicer than this. Moss-covered stones. Beautiful trees growing up in there. I'm sure there's plenty of hiking up in here and trails. Looks like somebody's been camping up in here at some time. I see it's like a fire ring. I didn't see any signs that said no camping, so you may be able to boondock here. I don't know. I got a bee trap hanging up there. Some kind of little contraption, I don't know. Little boards in between there. Right on this creek. Nice and cool in here. There's big trees. Main highway is just through those trees. Another beautiful spot. You can't find a good spot to camp here. You're not looking hard enough. Beautiful. Well, off to Avery. We'll get there eventually. The trusty Honda. We haven't passed a single car or side by side or anything on a Friday morning. I think it's about 12 o'clock. Haven't really passed any other vehicles or anybody. I've seen one or two fishermen, that's about it. Pretty nice. Nice weather like this. It's kind of surprising. So some spots in this road stay wet like this, even though the rest of the road's dry. It's this whole side of this hill got a spring coming out of the side of it. So because they made that cut for this road, the water collects in the potholes, so this is wet all summer long. And then eventually it percolates out and goes down into the river there, but see, this stays wet no matter how much gravel they put on there. It used to be mud, but they put a ton of gravel. But it stays wet all the time. So it's kind of hard to avoid them. You can see even in the side of the ditch, they did put they got a pipe there to try to drain it, because it really gets going in spring. But that's a lot of water. Go too fast, it'll be on the windshield. Some geese in the road. Better get flying, buddy. Tell by all that moss that's growing on the side of the hill. Stuff probably a foot thick. Easy does it. Pretty close to Avery now. A little bridge here. Some very old buildings. I don't know what they're left over from, but definitely look like they've been here for a long, long time. One-lane bridge. This is Fish Hook Creek. There's a lot of roads and trails that go for miles up here. A lot of camping up here. This is Trail 301. Fish Hook Creek. Right before Avery. There's a nice camping spot down on the river there. Gravel bar. There's Fish Hook Creek there. Right in here, quite a bit. It's a pretty big, wide area, right on the river. The main highway's right there, and it's close to town. Avery's got a general store and a gas station. The only gas they have is the ethanol free, though, no diesel, and it's probably pretty pricey. It's the only gas around for probably 40 or 50 miles. If you stay on this road long enough, you'll come out in St. Regis, Montana. So across the river there's a dump station. I think it's $10, I forget, to dump there. It's a rest area, a picnic area, a little airport there. I think it's got a helipad for emergency evacuations. They got an outhouse. I can't remember if they have water at the drinkable water at the dump station or not, but it's nice that you can dump before you leave if you're just boondocking. I've used it one time, and that way you don't have to carry all that extra weight out of here. So that's just about maybe a mile or so outside of Avery. Coming into Avery now. We got little cabins you can rent on there, and a bunch of RV sites that are pretty tightly packed, backed up right to the river, but they're pretty nice as far as access to riding, fishing, boating, rafting. It's a heck of a lot of recreational things you can do from that location. Sure what hookups they have at these RV sites. I'm pretty sure they have electrical and water, but I don't know if they got sewer or anything like that, or a dump station. The cabins are kind of cute. Looks like they got little upstairs lofts in them, little porches on them, and they look out at the St. Joe River. Give a little plug to them. Cabins by the Joe and RV, so you can park your RV and or get a cabin. They got their own little park there, some benches. Looks like they can accommodate some pretty long, big fifth wheels. Yeah, I see the power pedestals and the water spigots. Not too busy this time of year, but they will be. This spot here gets sold out all the time. Some of these cabins have been here for generations, family after family. You know, they pass them on to their children. Every once in a while, very rare, you'll see some of these properties come up for sale. Some of these are just land by the river to camp on. They might get underwater at high water. You can see this brown one with the green roofs. Looks like this addition's sunk down a little bit. It's not quite level, but it's still standing. They're still using it. Of course, riverfront properties, and these are above the flood mark, so that's a bonus. Back up to some pretty steep mountains. Here on the corner was for sale a few years ago. It was a hotel, it was a school for a while. A little mural on there. This church camp. I think they turned it into like a B&B now. Yep, Avery B&B. Been here a long time. So there's the bridge going into Avery, going back over the river. bridge has been here a long, long time. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of gravel on the walkway for when they're plowing the snow off and gravel in it. There's the town of Avery off to the right. Right on the river. I got a little museum there. I haven't been in it, but it's only been open a few years. Got a railroad cart in there. There's some antique shops, mix and knack shops, a store, a pizza place, a real nice pizza oven. We'll take a little video there. And right on the river. It can't get more scenic than that. We're about 2,800 feet here elevation. Summer's short here. Winter's long. Cute little town. Very nice people here. Very nice. Snowmobilers. They're open in the winter for snowmobiles, and in the summer you'll get a bunch of side-by-sides up here. This little pizza place, I've been there. It's been 50, 60 side-by-sides. You can't hardly find a place to park. Of course, it's going to be pretty quiet this time of year. Cute little town. Very quaint. And there's probably only 50 people live here year-round. Maybe 75. Besides, got a little Avery gift shop. And over here they got the museum. Got the little park. Even got their own little ATV route. Bridge here is only for ATVs. You're not supposed to bring, I don't even know if you can bring a side-by-side on here. I've been across it 2 or 3 times. No one's shopping yet. Nice people here. Just to barely fit on it. Goes across a little creek there. It brings you out at the little TFP pizza parlor. Go in and say hi. Let's cruise up the street first. We'll cruise by the general store and the hotel. Here's the general store. Same guy that owns this store owns that hotel. He said he wanted to live up here and he couldn't find any place to live, so he went to bought this hotel. He goes, oh, I'll live in it and rent it out. So that's what he did. Maybe we'll run into him. We'll say hi. A lot of this place are doing renovation. They're doing hotel rooms, B&Bs. Very popular place in the summer. These are very old buildings, but they're refurbishing them because economically it pays if you can get enough renters. You know, people that come and pay to stay in these places. Notice they pile that firewood up tall. It's only about a block and a half long, the whole town. But very nice. Got to be tough to stay up here all winter. And when you get to the end of the town, you make a left, go up the road to Moon Pass, which somebody at the campground showed me some photographs that it's closed. It used to go over to Wallace, Idaho on I-90, and it was a pretty good jaunt. You're talking 4 or 5 hours each direction, so it's an all-day affair to go up over the hill. But they showed me some pictures of a giant rock slide. They said they have no idea when they're going to get all that rock moved. camps up there. A lot of people float down this creek that comes out of Moon Pass. I think that's the north branch of the St. Joe, or one of the branches of the St. Joe, and they float down till it hits the St. Joe in the town of Avery here, like 10 or 12 miles, something like that. We won't go up that. There's some old trestle bridges that you can bike across and walk across, drive your side-by-side across up here. And up, there's a few campgrounds too. It's looks like it's paved, but this pavement ends very shortly. Wallace, Idaho is 30 miles. The Hiawatha Trail's 9, but this doesn't go far, this pavement. Closed sign now because of the rock slide. I'm sure that's why it's closed. So I don't even know if you can use the campgrounds back there. I'd have to check with the ranger or something. There's the branch of the river that they hike, bike. There's a little road on the other side that you cannot drive on. I think that's just for hiking. There's a Boy Scout camp back there, several other camps back there. Be a conservation corps camp. Well, that beautiful ride back there. Those campgrounds there are very primitive and small, but boy, are they, you can always find a spot back there. They're back a ways, 10, 12 miles. Well, let's go to the pizza place, say hi. And I wanted to show you the town of Avery, nestled here in the mountains. Canyon gets a little tight here. There's where this branch meets up with the fork with the other one. The old Avery water tower. We painted it up real nice, and the pump house next to it supplies water. This is the main highway. So you can see the distances. St. Regis, Montana is 58 miles, Calder 24, and we're 48 miles from the town of St. Mary's. And this is the St. Joe River Road. Yeah, that's the North Fork of the St. Joe River that comes in. Not too much traffic. This is the main highway coming into town. This is coming in from the east. We're headed west towards St. Mary's. Got some private residences over here, right on the river.